The stairs became a trap, the echo of her fall ringing through the hallway as cruel laughter followed her every step. If you value justice and courage, hit that subscribe button now, because what happened next will shock you. The hallways of Lincoln High were buzzing with the usual clatter of lockers, chatter of students, and the muted tension that always accompanied a Friday afternoon. Ms. Rachel Lawson, a new English teacher in her late 20s, walked briskly down the corridor carrying her lesson plans and a stack of papers. She had spent years preparing to educate, inspire, and guide students, but she had not prepared for the hostility of a small group of students determined to assert dominance through intimidation. Among them was Jason Miller, a senior with a notorious reputation for bullying and testing limits. Earlier in the day, Rachel had calmly handled a disruption, maintaining authority with grace and firmness, but her actions had only fueled Jason's arrogance. Hours later, after lunch, the hallways had emptied slightly as classes resumed. Rachel moved down the stairwell toward her next class, unaware that Jason and two of his cronies had lain in wait. Their laughter echoed ominously through the stairwell as Jason shoved her from behind. Time seemed to slow as Rachel tumbled down the steps, papers flying, pain lancing through her body, and the sound of her fall reverberating like a cruel drumbeat. Students nearby gasped, some rushing to help, others frozen in shock. Jason smirked, certain that his act of aggression would go unchecked. Unbeknownst to him, Rachel was far from defenseless. While she had taken the fall, she instinctively shielded herself to minimize injury, drawing on years of self-defense training she had pursued after college. She landed with precision, rolling to absorb impact and immediately assessing her surroundings. Nearby, her colleague Mr. Allen, a retired military officer now teaching history, rushed to her aid, catching Jason by the arm and staring him down with a level of authority that made even the boldest student hesitate. Within minutes, the chaos escalated. Witnessing the incident, two other principals arrived from adjacent buildings, their expressions a mix of fury and concern. They quickly coordinated with staff, ensuring Rachel was attended to and that Jason and his friends were detained. After conferring, the three principals made the unprecedented decision to shut down the school for the remainder of the day, prioritizing safety, accountability, and the restoration of order. This decisive action sent a shockwave through the student body, staff, and community, marking the day as one that would be remembered for years. In the background, a student had captured the entire incident on their phone, and within hours, the footage went viral. Across social media, viewers were captivated by the story of a new teacher targeted for cruelty, her resilience, the swift intervention of colleagues, and the unprecedented decision by school leadership to close the school. Rachel, while shaken, was praised for her composure, quick thinking, and professionalism under pressure. Jason faced suspension, counseling, and an investigation into prior incidents, while the school community reflected on the limits of bullying, the importance of authority, and the need for accountability. Flashbacks revealed Rachel's personal journey, her years of study, her dedication to teaching, and her decision to pursue self-defense training after witnessing violence in her own family. The narrative explored her internal resolve, the emotional strength required to maintain composure under attack, and the larger lesson of courage in the face of aggression. Tension escalated with additional twists. Attempts by Jason's friends to undermine disciplinary actions were thwarted by the principal's coordination. The viral video inspired discussions nationwide about school safety and bullying, and Rachel, while recovering, became a symbol of dignity, resilience, and the courage to stand firm against intimidation. The climax occurred when Jason, desperate to regain status, attempted one final act of defiance in the empty school hallway. Rachel, supported by staff and the principals, confronted him with authority and composure. The confrontation was swift, decisive, and educational, leaving Jason humbled and reflective. The students observed the power of accountability and the importance of respect, making the day a turning point in the school's culture. Finally, Rachel addressed the camera in a local news interview, her voice calm yet firm, eyes reflecting strength and resilience. "From which part of the country are you watching this video?" she asked, leaving viewers emotionally engaged and inspired by the story of courage, justice, and decisive action that had unfolded before them.